Tonight is the beginning of what may be a long goodbye to the Oregon Congressman Earl Blumenauer. He's Oregon's most senior U.S. rep with 27 years in Congress, and last night he announced he will not run for re-election next fall. So tonight we'll take a look back at his career and talk about saving Congress and saving Portland. It's our big story tonight. Earl Blumenauer is 75 years old. He's held one elected office or another for the past 50 years. His walk is not quite as quick as it used to be. Time and a bajillion airplane rides between Portland and D.C. will do that. While he's announced his retirement, he's still in the thick of things when it comes to D.C. politics. Today, he did not mince words when summing up the future with national Republicans and their new House Speaker.
It's going to be a bumpy ride for a while. Some things the Republicans just have to get out of their system. I mean, they have elected a guy who is a climate denier, who tried to overturn the election. In fact, that was one of the reasons that his path to be Speaker was smooth. But that's not where the American people are going. And increasingly, there are strains on my Republican colleagues that there's a price to be paid for this. And the public is not there. The public is tired of this insane process. It has not changed any of the basic math. They don't have the votes for something that will dramatically reduce the deficit and that they can agree on. They're ultimately going to have to work with Democrats, and we will move to approve something that's remarkably like the agreement that we all came together on in the spring. 149 Republicans voted for it.
He's talking about the House passing a bill that suspended the country's debt limit in early June. Now, without that bill, America faced going into default. Blumenauer is a Democrat representing the 3rd District in Oregon. The district stretches from Multnomah County to Hood River County. It's been safely Democratic ever since he was elected. Blumenauer's first ever win for Oregon was in the legislature way back in 1973 when he was elected there. He next won election to the Multnomah County Board, and then in 1986 he won a seat on Portland City Council. Why am I telling you that? Well, because we went into the KGW vault and we found a report from November of '86.
That's not the only position that's up for election this year. Earl Blumenauer, the former Multnomah County Commissioner, is running unopposed in this election. And with more than 2 months to go before he takes office, he has already requested $10,000 to run an office on the 4th floor of City Hall. He wants to put his staff on the payroll, he says, and have them ready for work when he takes office in January.
Rather than have more people after I'm there sort of walking around trying to figure out what to do, I'm attempting to have those people who've been working as volunteers be able to be on the payroll. I will continue, of course, to work as a volunteer.
How about that? Looking a bit younger there, sir. I guess we all were in '86. I couldn't find any information on whether he got that money to start his staff early, but it is a great example of how he liked to push things just a little bit. Today, Blumenauer says he feels good that most of his work in Congress has focused on uniting people.
I'm proud that virtually all my legislation was designed to bring people together rather than divide them. And we've had some remarkable successes. The NAFTA revision was dead on arrival when it was delivered by Trump, and we spent a lot of time and energy bringing people of different points of view together, and it passed overwhelmingly with Republicans and Democrats. My bipartisan agenda really does bring people together in ways that they find satisfying. What we're doing with the most amazing array of energy legislation, not just in our history, but anywhere in the country, that's in the pipeline that can be transformative in terms of fighting the challenge, the threat of climate change.
Congressman Blumenauer said in retirement he hopes to be around a lot more to help our community recover. So I was able to pull him aside later and ask him what he has in mind for that.
Well, I think it's returning to basics and things that matter a lot to the fabric of the community. For example, Portland State University and Portland Community College are amazing resources, and we need to come together to make sure that they're able to provide the services for young people and be an entryway into economic improvement. There are development opportunities. People complain, no one wants to invest in Portland. Well, they will. And there are opportunities like the Lloyd Center, OMSI, Montgomery Park, and the work we're doing on 82nd Avenue is going to make it possible to use some of this federal money, improving infrastructure and inviting investment. And most of all, being able to have people think through what we need to do to change the perceptions. Because Portland has good bones, strong neighborhoods, and amazing people who care. And we need to just harness that energy and that enthusiasm on simple bite-sized steps.
Earl Blumenauer, by the way, lives in Northeast Portland, and one day several years ago when I was out for a run, I saw him jogging in the other direction on Northeast Fremont. I was going to wave and say hi, but then I saw that he was running and talking very seriously into a dictation machine. I've never seen that before or since. I mentioned that today to him and he laughed. He said his staff got used to wading through his voice memos with lots of huffing and puffing as he ran. He did 37, 38 marathons. Pretty good. Maybe he'll slow down someday soon. His current and last term in Congress ends in just over a year in January of 2025. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Congressman Blumenauer's political career here at home and in D.C. Any memories you'd like to share? Email us. The address is thestory@kgw.com or call and leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.